When I first found out that speeches were compulsory, I was utterly devastated. I was almost willing to give up on life entirely and just go back to being a nobody, but I didn't. I started looking online, but so many of those websites are completely useless. How many of you want to listen to a speech on the ins and outs of accounting? It got so bad that I, Anahita Piri, also known as the perfect student, started procrastinating. I know what you're thinking, but fear not, because at 9:48 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, I found my topic. This topic is about one person, an inspiration to millions, and role model to many. That person is me. Kiddos, because it's time for my life story. Long ago, God sent the angel Gabriel to a sweet young Persian maiden named Lale. He told her, "You will have a daughter, and name her Anahita, after the ancient Persian goddess of water and wisdom." Lale was confused, for she had never been with a man, but the angel told her to not worry, because this was an act of God. Lale's beloved husband-to-be, Muhammad, was very upset when he found out his fiancée was with child. However, in another dream, an angel came to him and explained the situation. After 9 months, when the baby was due to come, Lale and her family arrived to the hospital, only to find that all the nice rooms were taken. All that was left was a dark and dusty room, almost as bad as a barn. All that was forgotten, for when the baby exited the womb and popped out onto the hospital bed, the room was lit up by her aura. Everyone around her dropped to their knees in tears of joy, because on the 27th of May, 2001, a goddess was born. Between the ages of 0 and 3, life was very dull for this genius baby. At 9 months and a bit, she was training for the Olympic sprints, and at 10 months, she spoke her first words. E equals MC squared. Not long after this exciting part of her life, a void opened up inside her that could only be filled by knowledge. So she spent the rest of her time reading up on calculus, alongside modeling and playing for the Iranian under-18s football team as a 3-year-old. At age 5, Anna relocated to Oman when her parents accepted a job offer in an engineering firm. Just as they landed, Anna had a brush with death when she was running alongside a pool's edge and slipped in. Luckily, her father was there to save her, but as a water goddess, Anna was not having much luck with water. Already fluent in both Persian and English, this child's absurd smartness was finally making itself known. In Oman, Anna also further embraced her talent for football and balanced it alongside karate and tennis, all of which she excelled at. Only after 2.5 years spent in Oman, the Piris moved to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where Anna attended Seyful for 1 term before moving to the Alice Smith School, a private, not-for-profit primary. During this time in Malaysia, Anna went through an early identity crisis, where all her clothes were from the male department, her haircuts were quite awful, and she thought she looked good. She was even called a handsome boy once by a retail worker. I am not sure why, because this is not handsome and obviously not a boy. Don't forget that this is the very Anna whose biggest fear at that time was having too many marriage proposals at once. Apparently, this Anna did not know the meaning of monogamy. At this time, her self-confidence was off the charts. She was even so sure of herself, she was giving herself pep talks in the mirror every day. They went something like this. Girl, you so fine. Any man would be lucky to have dad. Keep doing what you do, honey boo. As you can see, if Anna had one of these speeches to herself every day, no wonder she turned out to be the amazing individual she is. In Malaysia, Anna picked up taekwondo and swimming, and continued playing football. she could have a fresh start. So she went from being a handsome boy to the truly feminine woman that stands before you today. Anna attended Mangray for one term before moving to Highlands Intermediate. Here she played for the Highlands A2 football team and scored a once-in-a-lifetime amazing debut goal in the wrong side of the pitch. But you can't have everything in life. I'd like to make a shout-out now to one of my friends. This was the Highlands year which our very own Caitlin Harlan received the Ducks Award. It was at this moment that I decided I needed to start studying more to do well. So without her, I would not be here today. A round of applause for her, please. Fast forward to Girls High, Anna was part of the best Year 9 tutor group. Would you please raise your hands if you are not part of 9DC? You guys all suck. Because 9DC will be and has been the best tutor group because I was in it. Anna also found friends here in Year 9 when Caitlin Harlan, Kayla Malloy, Luna Erin-Madriz, and Donna Lou basically begged her to join the group. Of course, I had to accept because I was a nice individual. In Year 10, she got grouped with this lame nerd class called 10BH. She was the best one of them all, so she became tutor rep of that class, and thus an icon. Sadly, she would be stuck with this tutor group for the years to come, so she had to make acquaintances. But in the end, some of them even became friends. Anahita continued playing football at Girls High, starting off in the second 11, until her natural talent was discovered by the first level coach, later Dylan. In her final years of high school, nerdy Anna made way for party Anna. She was getting drunk every day, on knowledge, socializing all the time, in the library, and she was getting messages non-stop from boys, as seen on the left. I'm assuming we've all read that now? Even though she was this cool, popular person now, Anna kept her academics and sport up, and received a $1 million scholarship to go to Canterbury University, although she had to decline the invitation to play for the New Zealand women's football team. When she leaves high school, Anna's probably going to become an engineer in Canterbury and start making tons of money. Then one day, as she's walking along to work, she's going to be scouted by a modeling agency and then make even more cash. Then she's going to find a man or a dog, either work, retire at 30, living a blissful life in New York, going on holidays every week in her private jet. But before you know it, science is going to create an immortal serum, and because Anna is who she is, she gets first dibs and becomes immortal. Then, because of her eternal beauty, immense intelligence, and rich funds, she becomes president of the world. Everyone bows down to her and she controls their life forever. Thus, this is the life of Anahita Piri. So next time you see her at school, know that you're walking amongst a goddess in disguise. Thank you.